What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Alexander here, and I wanted to kind of talk about the way how I'm going to be somewhat covering E3 because I got some stuff going on later, like not like after the final E3 press conference, like 2 days later, I'll be going on a vacation to Tennessee. So I wanted to kind of talk about how I plan on covering E3. And what I'll be doing is I'll be watching all the conferences and writing down the stuff that I actually interest me that's being showed. And I will be putting like a mock-up of it. Well, like mock-up. It's gonna be kind of like a test run for because I wrote down some stuff for the Pokemon Nintendo Direct that just happened. I'll be making a video on that tomorrow, where I won't be in one of the normal games. I'll be in like probably a DC Universe Online, just standing around and whatnot. Oh, like standing around and talking about what was shown and maybe occasionally flashing up images. I think that's how I plan on doing it, and it'll just be like the games that I actually cared about that I wanted to see. What I'll be showing, and uh, I'm gonna get all these shots off real quick. The next part of this video is going to be about which live streams actually have something that I'm looking forward to. And I got a thing with the live streams here, what games are known to be there. Like uh like what games are done and announced, like yeah, they're gonna be there and whatnot. But as far as live streams, I am looking forward to EA's a thing. Because they have that Jedi Fallen Order, which I'm very interested in. And although I hate the Battle Royale genre, I actually really love Apex because I like the uh, hero-based shooters. I was trying to think what it was called there. But, and I do like The Sims. It's one of my guilty pleasures, which in like a month it'll be on the channel. But, so I want to see what, like, they're going to come up with for it. Oh, no, next we have Microsoft. That's just a given that I'm interested in that one. Because, even though I only play on PlayStation, PlayStation isn't there, I'm interested to see what Microsoft does. Because all eyes are literally on them, on what they do. And they had a pretty good showing last year, showing off all those games and whatnot. And if it's good enough, I may even consider the next Xbox as one of the things to get if it has some features that I like. Oh, the next have Bethesda, which usually I'm really excited for Bethesda conferences. This year, I could care less. Because I've never been a fan of, well, I guess I've never been a fan. I was a fan of the original Doom. I had played that once, and I liked it. But the remake that was done, wasn't a big fan of it. Because I felt like there's a lot of stopping points that people were saying that there wasn't. Like, none of the stuff I was told I felt like was actually in it. So I'm just not really, I don't really care about it. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Everything else that's there, I just haven't cared about at all. They could have some surprises that make me go, oh, hey, that's cool. And then I'll write it down and do it in the video. Next is Devolver Digital. I know they do sometimes show games at the Devolver Digital press conference, but all the haha isn't really for me. Because it's just not one of the things that I care about. I know a lot of people like it, but I watch E3 literally just for the game announcements, nothing else. Well, game announcements and console stuff. So, I mean, then there's the PC gaming show, which I'm probably not even going to watch that one because everything that I've always been told about it is it just shows PC exclusives plus some new hardware that's coming out that you can put in your PC. I don't really care. Then it's Ubisoft. Ubisoft, everyone pronounce it because I've heard people pronounce it both ways. Oh, and of course, I'm looking forward to that one because I do like the Watch Dogs. I haven't done a Watch Dogs game yet. That's on the list. Oh, and some other stuff they might have to show because there's been some rumors that I think would be pretty cool if they showed and whatnot. Oh, Then of course Square Enix, and it's mostly just for the Marvel Avengers game. Because I know that there's that leak, and people are jumping to conclusions saying it's going to be like Destiny, when there's literally nothing besides ever expanding open world that does. But it's a single player with co-op, so with co-op components. So I'm hoping something more like Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, or uh, even what was it called? The one that's going to Marvel Ultimate Alliance, or even like that. That's just going to be that version of the for the other consoles. Like I'd be cool with that. I'd be cool if it was the Destiny one too, because I kind of enjoyed Destiny, the original. I never played the second one, but I kind of enjoyed the original one. Whenever I got to play it with some friends, I thought it was pretty fun. And then we have Nintendo's. I have a Switch that I play. That's literally what I play my games for fun on. Like the games that I don't plan on recording. Well, yet. Let me put it that way. Oh. So yeah, of course, looking forward to that one, especially if they show off the new Animal Crossing and maybe some more of the new Rune Factory and a new Harvest. Well, Story of Seasons, since that's what the original Harvest Moon is now. Oh. Then we're down to just the games that are going to be there. Apex Legends, already talked about that. I enjoy it. I'll probably maybe do some videos on it if enough new stuff comes. Because I only stopped playing it because there was no new stuff really coming. So I just kind of went to the whole I don't care. Kind of just burn out because there's nothing to do. Then there's the Avengers project. I already talked about that, how I'm looking forward to that, because I think that could be good. As long as it's not mishandled, which, from what I've heard, Square's had a history of doing that recently. I haven't played many Square Enix games, because like I played Final Fantasy 13. I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I haven't played any others since. I own a couple. I just haven't ever got around to playing them. Oh. And then Black Desert Online, that seems interesting, but I think it's not coming to PlayStation, so I could care less about it. Then we have Borderlands 3. I think that could be a really, really good game. I've never really cared about the Borderlands franchise. I know a lot of people do. But I have been thinking about getting into it and doing the previous ones as part of 100% walkthrough stuff or whatever. Catherine Full Body. I never played the original. I know the story. And I'm interested to see what they do with the third Catherine. So, I'll probably check that out. See what's up with that. Maybe my chest actually got it. Control. That was a game that interested me, but not as far as a Let's Play goes, just seeing what they actually do with it. Like, what's what with it. Next one that we know is going to be there, Cyberpunk 2077. It's CD Projekt Red. I'm currently playing The Witcher, loving it, so I'm on board with it. And I liked what they showed last year. Like, whenever they showed the gameplay that originally was just for press. Darksiders, I'll be honest, not a big fan of it. I love THQ, but not a big fan of Darksiders. Darksiders 2 kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, I guess you could say. Because it had a lot of stuff that was wrong with it that I just did not enjoy. The Division 2, never actually even looked into The Division. It seemed like one of those games that you would want to play with friends and not play alone, and I tend to play games alone. Especially if I decide to do recordings on them, so yeah, just kind of that wasn't happening. That just wasn't anything that really interests me because, like I said, I play games alone usually. Oh, then I already talked about Doom Eternal. Now, a lot of people care about it. I don't. Oh, then on the list of what we know is going to be Dying Light 2. It's the Dying Light franchise is a weird one for me. I like it. I think it has a lot of cool concepts, but I've never actually beaten the first one. I've seen people beat the first one. I do own the first one. I've just never gotten around to it. But I do plan on getting around to that because Dying Light 2, with its like everything has a consequence and whatnot, like choices have consequences, that really interested me. Oh, then Elder Scrolls Blades. It's just, from what I've heard, it's literally just a terrible thing full of shady microtransactions, so I couldn't care less about that either. FIFA 20, couldn't care less. I don't like sports games. Let me change that. I don't like most sports games. I do love professional wrestling, although I haven't bought a WWE game in a long time. So, no, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't you dare fall. Don't you dare fall. There we go. Oh, then had the Final Fantasy stuff, the 7 remake and Final Fantasy 14. Like I said, a lot of people like it. I don't care. It's not for me. Even though I love RPGs. Fire Emblem Three Houses. That looked interesting in the Nintendo Direct that they did that had that. I really wish Fortnite would just die. That was the next one on here. For Honor. That was a game that I wanted to get into, but I just didn't enjoy it. Gears 5. I used to be an Xbox. When I was a kid, I liked Xbox. Like a lot more than PlayStation. And I played the original Gears. Thought it was neat. Thought that was neat when I looked at it. I'm kind of finished and run through these, so I need to get this done because I want to be long and have like 8 hours to upload. Because I do have some videos in the works that are going to be that long. Oh, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I like the Ghost Recon I played Wildlands. I liked it. Thought that it would be a lot more fun if I actually had friends to play it with. But at the time I didn't. Well, my friends got it later once I didn't have it. So, yeah. Halo Infinite. Even whenever I liked Xbox, I was never a big Halo fan because I just never liked shooters back then. Like, Gears was the only one that I was like, hey, that's neat. Oh, something called Harvest Moon Mad Dash, which, since it's Harvest Moon, it's going to be like the other ones. It's probably going to be a cash grab like was it Light of Hope was the name of it? Which, well, that's what from everything I've seen, it looks like it was just a giant cash grab. So that one will probably be that. Then we got Madden NFL 20, another sports game, couldn't care less. Monster Hunter World. I played I think it went in beta or something at one point, like before it came out. I played it. I thought it was enjoyable, but only if you had friends. Because I felt like it just took forever, and I didn't like getting just randoms to play with. Oh, The Outer Worlds. Looking forward to that, of course. Let me pay attention to this real quick. Pokemon Sword and Shield. That'll probably just be the double pack they mentioned in the Direct. They'll actually give information on that. That's what I'm expecting. Psychonauts 2. I heard the first one was really good. I never got a chance to try the first one. Because even though I had friends who had original PlayStation. I think it was the original PlayStation came out one. I can't remember what it originally came out, but I never had it. Never got a chance to play it. Rainbow Six, tried it. It was fun. Also, it'd be interesting to see what they come up with. Sinking City, don't know anything about it. Sniper Elite VR. Oops, I just dropped my phone that had the list on it. Sniper Elite VR. I'm not a big VR person. There's a few games I think look fun, but I don't see me getting a VR until I feel like the technology is actually there to make it worth it. I don't feel like it's there yet. That Splatoon 2. I love the Splatoon thing. Like, I played it whenever I had that free week on Switch, and I thought it was amazing. And I had originally watched another YouTuber, Chugga Conroy's coverage on the first Splatoon. Oh, then Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Already said I'm looking forward to that, especially since it's from Respawn and EA can't decide to add a buttload of microtransactions in it. Straight up, they're making what they want. Stranger Things 3, that game didn't really. Well, the whole series doesn't really. I don't really care about it, so. Let's skip that. Super Mario Maker 2. I have been looking into that because I think it'd be fun to like just gonna make levels. I never got to play the original because at the time I didn't have a Nintendo system. Like the Switch is the first one I've had since the original DS. News it says Super Smash Brothers Ultimate's going to be there. Oh, that game does look like still like be a lot of fun. I'd like to see what other DLC characters come. Seeing as how Joker was just randomly in it. Oh, and that game, and the game he was in, Persona 5 wasn't even on the Switch, so him being in Smash was like, hey, that's neat. Oh, Trine 4. I don't know anything about the Trine series, so I can't say if I am excited for it or not. That'd be one of those wait and see. I'm just missing every shot here. There we go. That's better. Wasteland 3. I've heard that it's a very repetitive game. So, and that's one of those, like, tactical shooters type of thing, so I'm not really into those. But not tactical, what shooters, what's it called? I can't remember. Wolfenstein, well, I guess that, Wolfenstein Youngblood is one of the few things from Bethesda I have my eyes on, because I've been thinking about doing some Wolfenstein games, because they do look kind of fun. And that's all that shows that has been confirmed. Well, and, like I said earlier, Watch Dogs Legion, I think it's called. The concept sounds interesting, so I'm willing to check it out. I'm going to be watching the conference it's going to be at anyway, so. But yeah, that's all that it has here. Tomorrow, I'll be recording and posting a kind of like example on how I'm going to be doing it. With when I'm going over the Pokemon Direct, so be looking for that if you're interested in all at what deals I had. But yeah, until then, I'm just going to end this here. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with that little mock-up video. Because I have the notes wrote down and everything. I've done watched it several times. So, I'm just ready to go for it. I got some stuff to do. I got work today, so I don't want to use my voice too much and have to talk a lot at work. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. See you tomorrow if you're interested in checking it out, how I'm going to be doing it. And yes, that's it. See ya.